The reality is it's going to be a couple of years. It's not going to happen overnight.
Portland Commissioner Jo Ann Hardesty saying there's a mountain of work to do to right Portland. We sat down with her one-on-one tonight after weeks of requests to ask tough questions about gun violence, how to control it, homelessness, and policing in Portland. It is 10 o'clock. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jeff Gianola. Over those weeks, ongoing gun violence on Portland streets met with silence by most city leaders. And less than 10 months into this year, shootings have surpassed the total number we saw last year. KOIN 6 tried time and time again to find out what concrete solutions city leaders have. Commissioner Hardesty sat down with our Liz Birch virtually tonight. And Liz, I know you had some tough questions for the commissioner.
Jeff, we certainly did. We talked to so many people really over the course of the last few months who feel like city commissioners have been silent on these topics and who feel like they're just not doing enough. So today I wanted to sit down with Commissioner Jo Ann Hardesty and ask her what she thinks the city needs to do to really stop this violence.
I fear the fear that our community is feeling. You cannot walk the street anywhere in the city of Portland and not have this sense of fear right now.
Portland police tell me we've had a record 909 shootings so far this year, resulting in 288 injuries and 47 deaths. In total, they say there have been 63 homicides. That puts us on pace for the deadliest year in Portland's recorded history. But Commissioner Hardesty tells me she's optimistic we have the potential to make Portland a great city again.
I know the last time you and I had talked, you were really clear that you think the role of police should be investigative, not preventative. Listening to the mayor on Friday, he talked a lot about the focused intervention team, growing that, recruiting for that. Talk to me a little bit about how you feel about FIT right now, and if you think your colleagues, other city leaders, are on the right track with that.
Well, let me say that the devil will be in the details about whether or not this new emergent team will have any impact on gun violence.
She says she has major concerns about the team and says there are questions she would want the Bureau to answer weekly, including how many guns they've gotten off the streets, the demographic breakdown of the individuals involved, and how many cases they send to the district attorney for prosecution. She also says she wants experts to look at how we can use all of the city's bureaus to help reduce violence.
Does that mean tree canopy in some areas? Does that mean actually putting something on a vacant lot so that it's welcoming? Does that mean having streets where, it's normal for community members to gather in certain places? And none of this is the short-term solution that I know the community is desperate for, but all of it leads us to addressing the issues as they are today, right? And taking a very systemic and data-driven approach.
There are any short-term solutions, and do you think council has acted with enough urgency on gun violence?
I think that, well, let me just say that it's always hard to get money out of the door at the city. It shocks me how long it takes to hire employees, how long it takes to get checks out the door. I mean, it makes no sense to me. And I guess in a government of 5,000 plus employees, it's probably as quick as we could possibly make it happen. But it is frustrating.
She says she thinks gun buyback programs and education on proper gun storage could be helpful in the short term, too. Other city leaders tell KOIN they think we need to increase staffing within Portland Police to address growing crime. Commissioner Hardesty says, however, she's still worried about what she calls a dysfunctional culture in the Bureau.
My fear is if we even were able to recruit good officers today, the only way they'd get off probation would be to actually absorb the culture that exists today. Do we need more police? I know we need a different kind of police.
She also disagrees with the police response to the violent clashes August 22nd. In a press conference the week before, Chief Lavelle said they would not have police standing between the opposing groups. Commissioner Hardesty says she would have handled the day differently.
We must not allow white supremacists into our city. Had I been here, I would have recommended that we put all the bridges up, that we inspect cars one at a time, and that any cars that had their license plates covered, any cars with visible weapons would not have been allowed in the city proper. To me, that would have been leadership.
And Jeff, you'll remember when it comes to those dueling demonstrations, 2 weeks ago, the mayor admitted in a city council meeting, maybe it wasn't the right strategy not to have police intervene between the two groups. I talked to police about that then. They said that they were happy to work with the mayor's office to analyze that strategy.
You know, Liz, Commissioner Hardesty, I know, also talked about having first responders who aren't necessarily police officers, right?
That's a great point. Yeah, she talked about Portland Street Response, which she's really championed from the start. I was actually there when she announced them rolling out to the city quite some time ago. She said today that she really hopes that they spread to the rest of the city.
All right, Liz Birch with that one-on-one interview with Commissioner Jo Ann Hardesty. Liz, thank you.